Middle East updates. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has made his first appearance since the outbreak of his country's recent 12-day war with Israel, taking part in a religious ceremony in Tehran, according to state media. The leader was shown in a video broadcast by state television greeting people and being cheered at a mosque as worshippers marked the anniversary of the martyrdom Imam Hussein, an important date for Shia Muslims. Khamenei has not been seen in public since before Israel initiated the conflict with a wave of surprise airstrikes on June the 13th. His last public appearance was 2 days before that, when he met with members of parliament. On June the 26th, shortly after a ceasefire began with Iran and Israel, Khamenei made his first public statement in days, saying in a pre-recorded statement that Tehran had delivered a slap to America's face by striking a US airbase in Qatar and warning against further attacks by the US or Israel on Iran. We're once again joined by Shruti Dasgupta. Shruti, what do you think of the current stability of the regime in Iran? The Iranians have claimed victory in this conflict to their state media. The Israelis were vocal about wanting regime change to actually get rid of the Ayatollah. What are your thoughts on the stability of the current government in Tehran?
Well, the situation before the war was that Ayatollah regime was holding on to power by the barrel of the gun, and there was sufficient dissent against the regime in place. But with the war that happened, in fact, it brought the dissenters back into the fold of the Ayatollah regime, because no matter what, whether they like what Ayatollah regime does, whether they like the current administration or not, they do not want to be ruled by the Western powers. So it has brought people that were not happy with Khamenei and his rule back into his fold. When the particular appearance that you're talking about, in that particular appearance, people were chanting that we'll spill our blood for our leader. So which shows that solidarity of the people to the cause of Khamenei, that is fight against America. When you kind of present, Israel is an enemy of the Ayatollah regime and has been since 1949, when the first Khamenei went to the Palestinian region and started telling people that they should reject the Jews in that nation. So it's a long drawn ideological conflict between Iran and Israel. Beyond this, what happens is that now with Iran, they've taken on the larger enemy, not Israel. They've taken on the larger enemy. A superpower like USA had just dropped they just dropped B-2 ballistic missiles on 3 sites and they left. They did not want to engage in a full-scale war with Iran. And mere survival is a cause of victory for them, that they made a superpower scared enough not to kind of obliterate them. So when he claims this kind of a victory, the people who were hoping to support him and were not really much in support of the regime, they come back into his fold. So this regime is now stronger, although their inhumane actions continue. You will see news about hangings, public hangings and other punishments coming out from Iran, but the people still stand with them because they do not want a Western power interfering with their own internal matters. And so they have stayed with it. The Ayatollah regime is stronger now, and the change that they had earlier spoken of and then denied, the change of power, is not going to be very easy. Had the war targeted a few political entities, the results would have been a little different.
Yes. Shruti Dasgupta, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. Always a pleasure to have you on. We now move on to the world of sport next.